Coming up on this episode of WJMH Reports, find out about John Marshall High School Music Ensemble that recently received state recognition.
Then, fetch your pup something sweet from a local nonprofit.
Also, you can find out how your artwork can be featured around Moundsville.
Find out that and more here on WJMH Reports.
Welcome to this edition of WJMH Reports. I'm Audrey Ferguson.
And I'm Emma Strait.
Queen of Queens recently took place at John Marshall High School.
This event featured 10 JM seniors who competed in 3 categories. That's this week's top story. This year's contestants included Regan Miller, Lakin Jones, Kendra Callahan, Morgan Carlin, Abby Corngiver, Sydney Gray, Audrey Ferguson, Jaden Parker, Megan Gary, and Miley Scott. During the pageant, the girls answered interview questions before showing off their many talents. This year's performances included a variety of musical, artistic, and dance numbers. After the talent portion, the judges left the room to add up the points while the 2024 Queen of Queens winner, Lauren Rice, went on stage to perform a song on the euphonium. One of the awards, Miss Congeniality, is an award voted by all the contestants. The girls vote the day before the pageant to choose who has the most pleasant personality. Miss Congeniality winner Lakin Jones is extremely grateful for the votes she received from her peers.
It feels really good to know that all of the girls that I've been working with through this whole process, they thought I was the nicest and they wanted to put my name on that little piece of paper.
After they awarded Miss Congeniality, they announced the second and first runner-up and the 2025 Queen of Queens winner. Second runner-up was awarded to Regan Miller. First runner-up was awarded to Miley Scott. The 2025 Queen of Queens winner was awarded to Kendra Callahan. Callahan is glad she got to spend time with the other girls.
I had so much fun working with the other girls. I actually used to dance with a couple of them, and we were all in the same dressing room, so we had a lot of fun, like bonding together and talking about catching up with everyone. Yeah.
Callahan will move on to compete in the OVAC pageant on Thursday, July 17th at the JB Chambers of Performing Arts. Then the OVAC Queen of Queens winner will be crowned during the 79th annual Rudy Mumley All-Star Football Classic on Saturday, July 19th, which will be broadcasted live online by WJMH Media in partnership with OVAC and WTRF. As a reminder, you can watch the full 2025 John Marshall High School Queen of Queens on our YouTube channel. Just search WJMH Media.
Marshall County Schools are presenting its semi-annual Look event. Look, which stands for Looking Out for Our Kids, is a community outreach program focused on the problems kids face every day. The featured speaker is Jesse Weinberger, an author, internet safety speaker, and a podcast host. The event will be held on Tuesday, March 18th at John Marshall High School from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. and will be hosted by WJMH Media anchor Emmeline Hyde. Admission is free and open to the public, but you must be at least 21 years old to attend. At the event, Weinberger will not only share internet safety facts, but also statistics and also important tips.
And I can explain to you how you can make your family safer. And it's not that difficult. If you do just a few certain things, you're going to be much closer to keeping your family safe.
Weinberger also met with 5th and 6th graders within the county to discuss internet safety and inform them how they can keep themselves safe.
John Marshall Spring Musical is coming up at the end of this month. This year's show is You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which follows a day in the life of the classic Peanuts characters such as Snoopy, Lucy, and of course Charlie Brown, among others. Rehearsals begin in January, and both the cast and crew have been working hard. Cast member J.J. Brown, who is playing the role of Charlie Brown, hopes people will come to the show to see the familiar characters we all know and love.
It's Peanuts. It's the original cast, like the original little kids of Peanuts. It's not like new people. It's fun. Come a little fun show.
If you'd like to see If you'd like to see this fun-filled show for yourself, performances will be held Friday, March 28th and Saturday, March 29th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, March 30th at 2 p.m. at the John Marshall Center for Performing Arts. Tickets can be purchased at the door. They are $5 for students and $10 for adults. Activity passes can also be used for free admission.
The Marshall County Chamber of Commerce is hosting Ladies Luncheon. The event will be held at Grandview Park on April 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 3 different sponsorship levels are available. The first sponsorship is the Lace and Lavender, which is $250. Perks for this sponsorship are your name listed in the event program and website, social media shout-out before and after the event, and 2 tickets for the event and small tokens of appreciation. The next sponsorship is the Pearl sponsorship, which is $500. The perks are a reserved table for 6 guests with a meal included, your name or logo listed in the event program and on social media, verbal acknowledgement during the event, and a small appreciation gift for each guest at your table. The last sponsor is the Tea Rose sponsor, which is $1,000. These perks are a VIP table with premium seating for 8 guests, meals included, logo featured prominently on the event signage program and social media, special recognition during the luncheon, an opportunity to place a promotional item or flyer at each seat, a complimentary beverage for the table, and an exclusive gift for each guest at your table. The event will feature speakers from WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital, Communications and Joymaker Mediations and Breathwork, and Generations West Virginia. For more information, call 304-845-2773 or go to marshallcountychamber.com. Again, for more information, call 304-845-2773 or go to marshallcountychamber.com. John Marshall's Steel Band was recently recognized by the West Virginia Music Educators Association. The X Ensemble is a unique ensemble as opposed to a traditional ones such as choir, concert band, or orchestra. This year, the Steel Band was submitted for consideration for the X Ensemble and was chosen to perform in Charleston at the Music Educators State Conference. Also at the conference, John Marshall Director of Band and Theater Tracy Philbin received a WVMEA Hall of Fame Award for her hard work and dedication to teaching. Philbin feels very fortunate and honored to have received the award and that the Steel Band was selected for the X Ensemble.
Any award is always special. It never gets old to be recognized for excellence, and this was especially exciting because for several of our seniors, this actually marked 4 years in a row that they got to perform as an X Ensemble.
If you would like to see the amazingly talented Steel Band perform for yourself, make sure to attend the Festival of Steel on Saturday, March 22nd at 1 p.m. in the John Marshall High School Gymnasium. Coming up next, learn how schools across the nation, including right here in Marshall County, are celebrating music education this month.
That and more is coming up next after this short break.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Audrey Ferguson.
And I'm Emma Strait.
The Seeing Hand Association is a nonprofit organization that offers an array of specialized services for those who are blind or visually impaired. These services can help meet the needs of individuals while still allowing them to be independent. WJMH reporter Morgan Carlin recently attended an open house for the organization and has more.
Along with an open house, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held for the organization's employment project, allowing the public to take a look at their facility and sample their new pupcakes. Attendees of the event had the opportunity to witness firsthand the skill and dedication of the Seeing Hands employees, pose for a photo booth with their dogs, and learn more about the important services the organization provides for the community. The Pupcakes project began when Executive Director Karen Hott and Operations Manager Teresa Kurtz noticed there was a lack of cakes for dogs for sale in the area.
So it got me thinking, and Teresa and I were talking, this might be a fun project for us. We researched it. There are people in Wheeling doing treats, but nobody's doing cakes, so we thought it would be really fun.
This project was one of many volunteering opportunities for the workers to help out in the community.
Another project done by the Seeing Hand Association is the Edelman Garden, a once vacant lot which was donated to the organization in 2014 to be developed into an urban garden. HOT is always working to find projects that workers hold interest in for them to do.
We look at our blind and visually impaired workers and we determine skills that they have, and we like to come up with projects for them. So we have a few that like to cook and bake, and we thought this would be a really fun addition to our other projects that we have.
If you would like to order a cupcake or a full-size cake for your dog, you may order one by calling or emailing them at 304-232-4810 or contact@seeinghandassociation.com. Miniature cupcakes are $4 and full-size cakes are $15. Upon ordering, it will be ready for you within 72 hours. Pickup times are weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, that's 304-232-4810 or contact@seeinghandassociation.com. Reporting from the Seeing Hand Association, I'm Morgan Carlin with WJMH Reports.
Thanks, Morgan. The Seeing Hand is always in need of volunteers and looking for donations. If you're interested in volunteering or donating, you may do so at their website, seeinghandassociation.com. Again, that's seeinghandassociation.com.
The Moundsville Arts and Culture Commission is hosting a contest for its first Jefferson Avenue banner project. Participants are asked to submit a creative piece of artwork to the prompt, "What's your favorite thing about Moundsville?" Selected artwork will be displayed on banners along Jefferson Avenue. The piece must be able to fit on a 23 by 46 inch banner. Vice Chair and Treasurer of the Moundsville Arts and Culture Commission, Brianna Hickman, hopes that hosting this contest will bring the community of Moundsville together to show that there are good things about it.
I think going back to that again, just that greater sense of community and pride in the community. We've got a lot of really good things going on, but being able to see what individuals think are the greatest assets in our community.
If you would like to send in a submission, make sure it is in JPEG or PDF format. You can send it to the Arts and Culture Commission or the cityofmoundsville.com, or you can drop it off or mail it in to the City of Moundsville at 800 6th Street. Submissions will be accepted until April 1st. Again, to send in a submission, you can send it in to the Arts and Culture at cityofmoundsville.com, or you can drop it off or mail it in.
For 40 years, March has officially designated by the National Association for Music Education as Music in Our Schools Month. Music in Our Schools Month is the time of the year when music education becomes the focus of schools and communities across the nation. The purpose of this month is to raise awareness of the importance of music education for all children and to remind citizens that school is where all children should have access to music. To recognize this celebratory month, Marshall County Schools Superintendent Dr. Shelby Haynes signed a resolution naming March as Music in Our Schools Month in Marshall County. Music educators and music students in Marshall County Schools will be celebrating music education in their school. This year's theme is United Through Music. Music educators from Marshall County Schools and around the Mountain State spent 1 weekend this month in Charleston for the 79th Annual West Virginia Music Educators Association In-Service Conference, expanding their knowledge by attending workshop sessions on all levels of music instruction. The National Association for Music Education hopes that teachers, students, and music supporters alike will find ways to join the celebration through creative activities and advocacy. Marshall County CTE Summer Camp signups are quickly approaching. CTE Summer Camp is for students entering 6th through 9th grade who are interested in the different career and technical programs that Marshall County schools offer, and it is completely free. There are 13 different programs to choose from this year. Some include welding, broadcasting, auto tech, and many more. The camp will take place June 2nd and 3rd from 9 until 2 p.m. at John Marshall High School. Information for registration will go home during a live Teams meeting on April 24th that will be open to the public. If your student is interested in attending, be sure to complete the registration in a timely manner as the camp fills up quickly each year. Coming up after the break, WJMH anchor Angelina Hott will sit down with the director of An Amazing Place for the Youth in the Community to go and have fun.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
Marshall County Schools is currently accepting applications for substitutes in the following categories: aide, bus driver, cook, custodian, secretary, and teacher. Get more details about the openings at mcsjobs.net. Interested? Apply at mcsjobs.net.
Welcome back to WJMH Reports. I'm Angelina Hott.
The Future of Moundsville Youth Center is a great and safe place for the children of the community to go to hang out. Joining me now is the Future of Moundsville Youth Center Director, Melissa Norris. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
What are the responsibilities that you have as the Director of the Youth Center?
As the Director of the Youth Center, it's overall just day in, day out responsibilities, plus a lot of behind the scenes that people don't know about. We're open 4 days a week, so I have, the responsibility to staff it. I have the responsibility to make sure there's snacks there for the kids, activities, that it's clean. I also have the responsibility to make sure we have funding. So there's a lot of grant work involved in it, and there's a lot of emails, phone calls, a lot more behind the scenes than it is just having it up and running for the kids.
Who is the Youth Center open and available to?
It is open to youth in grades 6 through 12. And that even includes homeschoolers, because we do have a lot of homeschool kids that come. And it's any county, any school. It's not just Marshall County.
What are some things that the Youth Center provides the kids?
So we provide snacks, which is like the greatest thing in the world to them. So we have snacks every day, as far as it can be, a Lunchable to chips or yogurts or any of that stuff, and drinks, which is all free to them. And then we have classes every day that range from, on Mondays they have a cooking lesson, to Fridays they have game night, and that lasts about a half an hour. So plus we have an Xbox, we have pool table, we have computer lab, artwork, it's a hangout room, there's all sorts of things for them to do there.
What classes are available other than the cooking and the game night?
So on Tuesdays we do a life lesson, which my classes are all taught by, except for our cooking class, they're all taught by a high school intern. And Tuesdays we do life lesson classes. So it can range from being respectful to not bullying, to how to wash your laundry. I mean, let's face it, we have to teach these things. So, and then on Thursdays we do a Bible study. Classes are only a half an hour long, and we do a lot of interaction with them. And then Fridays, of course, are game night. They usually like to play hide and seek in the dark is the favorite. So,
how many kids have you had come through the Youth Center since it's opened?
So we opened November the 1st of 2023, and no, that's wrong. It's 2022. Sorry. And we have had over 350 kids throughout the county come through the Youth Center. And that's like 40% of the kids in Marshall County. Oh, we've had several from Ohio County too. But we average on a daily basis about 20 kids a night, sometimes more, it just depends.
What are some of the kids' favorite things to do at the Youth Center?
Eat. Eat's one. I think that they like to just be able to hang out with their friends. I mean, it's a safe place for them to come, but not only safe, no parent really wants 25 of their kids' friends over at their house. So it's a place for them to come and hang out and just talk to one another and play games and just interact together. But we love that it's safe and they do have a meal. Not necessarily a healthy meal, but something for them to eat when, maybe they won't have something in the evening to eat.
What is your favorite part about working at the Youth Center?
My favorite part about the Youth Center is getting to know the kids. We have kids that come from a variety of backgrounds. Some kids come from, broken homes. They come from just, some of it's heartbreaking. So to be able to be there, to be a role model to them and to get them to know that, this is a safe place, you can talk here, just to interact with them. And, it makes me be able to just be a kid with them too. So I love the kids. That's my thing. So.
And what is your advice for anyone that doesn't know if they want to send their kids or go to the youth center?
So you can come and we can give you a tour. We will take you around the youth center, tell you what it's all about, give you all that information. It's not you have to come so many days a week or you have to attend a certain amount of time. It's come and go as you please. I like to tell the parents that there are 32 cameras in the youth center. So literally they cannot get away with anything. So, and we always have adult staffing. We watch iPads, we watch the monitors in the office. So there's always kids being watched. So I think once the parents actually come in and they see the cameras and that we have a security door inside, I think that they realize that it is safe. They're going to call me if anything happens. So I think parents are more apt to send their kids knowing that it's a safe place to send them, not just somewhere that they can come and run and do whatever they want. So, because we do have rules. They're not extremely difficult to follow, but we do have rules. So,
well, thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
If you would like to donate food, cleaning supplies, or anything else to the Youth Center, you can visit them at 1310 2nd Street in Moundsville or contact them via their Facebook page. Again, to donate, you can visit them at 1310 2nd Street in Moundsville or contact them via their Facebook page. Coming up after this break, we'll see how a local women's sports team came into Wheeling. WJMH Reports will resume shortly.
I'm thankful I survived this crash, but I'm scared I may never get my life back.
This was not your fault. You should get legal help.
For my accident, I got GKT.
I agree. Get GKT.
Welcome back. We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Audrey Ferguson.
And I'm Emma Strait.
The Wheeling Lightning Birds is an adult women's hockey league that plays in the East Coast Women's Hockey League. Started by Rachel Adams, this amateur league consists of around 30 women, ranging from those who are skilled on the ice to some who have only recently started skating. The team practices at 8:40 p.m. on Sundays at the Wheeling Park Ice Rink, while their home games are at Westbanco Arena in Wheeling. All games are free to the public as the team simply wishes to grow the sport of hockey among women and young girls in the area. All players must be members of the WAHA, the Women's Amateur Hockey Association, for at least a year prior to joining the Lightning Birds. The manager and practice player for the Lightning Birds, Jessica Romick, expresses how the team is one of the coolest things she has been a part of.
But this group of girls has been incredibly welcoming. They've always made sure to go above and beyond to include not only me, but anyone that shows up to any practice or event. And so the fact that I know that I have a group of girls to call on is so rare and so wonderful that I will be a Lightning Bird for life.
The team is a very close group of women, full of support for one another, all of them possessing great sportsmanship. One of the team members, Elizabeth Baumrocker, has been a part of the Lightning Birds since the team formed and sees it as a great opportunity for older women to get the chance to play the sport they love again.
It's a group of women. Most of us played hockey when we were younger, and we all decided to play hockey again when we got older, and we have a lot of fun and scrimmage and go over skills that we learned when we were younger, and it's fun.
The team has worked hard all season, with their final game being on March 16th against Lightning at Westbanco Arena. Following that game, their playoffs will be held the 20th, 21st, and 22nd in Pittsburgh. Although the team is currently full, anyone interested in is welcome to join the WAHA.
Thanks, Audrey. Now joining us for more sports and entertainment news is WJMH anchor Angelina Hott.
Thanks, Audrey and Emma. It's that time of year again. Spring sports are officially upon us here at JM. The teams consist of boys and girls lacrosse, baseball, softball, track and field, and tennis. Teams have started practicing and some have even started games. Here's a look at the upcoming seasons and matchups. The track team will be competing in 4 home meets, including the time trials on March 21st, a quad on April 1st, the JM Invitational on April 17th, and another quad on May 6th. All home meets will take place at Monarch Stadium.
The varsity baseball team will compete in 15 home matches, some of which include a game versus the Morgantown Mohegans on April 2nd, the Parkersburg South Patriots on April 16th, the St. Clairsville Red Devils on April 24th, and the Wheeling Park Patriots on April 28th. The junior varsity baseball team will compete in 13 home games, some of which include the Parkersburg South Patriots on April 7th, the Wheeling Park Patriots on April 9th, the Morgantown Mohegans on April 14th, and the Union Local Jets on April 22nd. The varsity softball team will compete in 11 home games, 4 of which include the Morgantown Mohegans on April 1st, the Parkersburg Big Reds on April 4th, the Wheeling Park Patriots on April 14th, and the Brook Bruins on April 22nd. The next spring sport is junior varsity softball with 6 home games. 4 of the home games include the Wheeling Park Patriots on March 24th, the Morgantown Mohegans on April 1st, the Parkersburg Big Reds on April 9th, and the Brook Bruins on April 22nd. Boys and girls lacrosse also play in the spring. Boys lacrosse has 4 home games, 3 of which include Mountain State and Vikings on April 4th, Morgantown Mohegans on April 17th, and the St. Albans Red Dragons on April 19th. The girls lacrosse team has 3 home games this season. The first game will be against the Spring Mills Cardinals on March 15th, the Martinsburg Bulldogs on March 15th, and the Wheeling Park Patriots on March 27th. Finally, the John Marshall tennis team has 13 home matches. The top 4 matches will be the Wheeling Park Patriots on March 21st, the Brook Bruins on March 24th, the St. Clairsville Red Devils on March 28th, and lastly, the Morgantown Mohegans on April 15th. Be sure to come and support your school's team by bringing your school spirit. The 2025 WVSSAC State Swim Meet took place last month at West Virginia University. John Marshall attended the event and was very successful. As a team, the girls claimed the title of state champion. In individual and relay results, Ada Aubrey, Zoe Zervis, Ella Finley, and Maitland Miller were state runner-ups in the 200 free relay. Maitland Miller was the girls' state champion in the 50 free and placed 3rd in the 100 free. And Wyatt Jefferson was the state runner-up in the 100 breaststroke. Several other individuals and relays also placed on the podium at the event. We would like to congratulate the boys and girls swim team for their hard work and dedication this season. The Relay for Life Marshall County is approaching for the 2025 year. Relay for Life is a community-based walkathon fundraising event for the American Cancer Society. The event allows the community to celebrate cancer survivors, remember the loved ones lost to cancer, and raise funds to improve the lives of people with cancer and their families. The relay will be held on Friday, May 30th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the John Marshall High School parking lot. To wrap up the event, a luminaria ceremony will occur to pay tribute. Everyone is invited to attend. The current fundraising goal is $52,000 and every donation helps. The top teams, participants, and companies who have donated the most money are listed on their website. For a full event schedule, more information, to view the top donators, or to sign up, you may go to their website, relayforlife.org/MarshallWV. The former West Virginia Penitentiary is hosting a Princess Tea Party at the Moundsville Center for Children 12 and under. Kids can dress up as their favorite princess and meet all the princesses while they enjoy a cookie and a drink. Those in attendance will get a book to have all the princesses sign. The tea party will be held on Saturday, March 15th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Please take a screenshot of your QR code on your confirmation email that you received when you bought a ticket to make check-in faster. You can get your tickets at wvpenntours.com. Again, you can get your tickets at wvpenntours.com. Coming up after this break, we'll see the next spotlight around Moundsville. Stay tuned for more on that on WJMH Reports.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media. Marshall County Schools is currently accepting applications for substitutes in the following categories: aide, bus driver, cook, custodian, secretary, and teacher. Get more details about the openings at mcsjobs.net. Interested? Apply at mcsjobs.net.
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Audrey Ferguson.
And I'm Emma Straight.
It's time for this week's staff recognition segment. This week, we're spotlighting John Marshall's Angela Kidd.
Kidd teaches CTE math and has been teaching at John Marshall for 11 years. In addition to teaching individual classes, she also visits CTE programs to help them apply math within their field of study. Kidd hopes her students leave her class with more than just math skills.
Too, I'm kind of hoping they get some life skills, some advice there when they need it. But I'm also hoping that they know that even after they graduate, they can always come back to me if they ever need anything, whether it be resume help or a reference or even just a shoulder to come back for a little advice.
John Marshall was lucky to have a teacher as dedicated and patient as Kidd. She is truly a significant asset to the teaching staff. We want to say thank you to Angela Kidd for her hard work and for being this week's Staff Spotlight.
For our second Moundsville attraction, we're featuring the former West Virginia Penitentiary. Operating from 1886 to 1995, the globally known prison is now retired, but has become a tourist attraction for those interested in the paranormal. While the tourist events are closed for the winter, they will reopen April 1st. The events offered at the penitentiary included guided day tours, photography tours, ghost hunts, overnight visits, escape rooms, and during Halloween it holds a spooky haunted house. Along with events held in the former penitentiary itself, the grounds are also home to the Moundsville Center, which hosts various events such as Princess Tea, yearly daddy-daughter dances, and the Horror and Paracon, among other events. Having a paranormal history, the penitentiary attracts many tourists and ghost hunters to our small town of Moundsville, bringing more customers to local businesses and overall helping the local economy. To sign up for one of the many events offered at the penitentiary, visit wvpentours.com. Again, that is wvpentours.com. Join us again next show to see which Moundsville attraction we put on Spotlight next.
Now let's take a look at This Week in Pictures, which features some behind-the-scenes moments from the 2025 JMHS Queen of Queens pageant. These pictures were taken by WJMH photographers Chevy Large and Max Lowe.
Thank you to WJMH photographers Chevy Large and Max Lowe for those amazing behind-the-scenes pictures at the Queen of Queens pageant. Being a part of it was one of the best experiences of my high school career, and seeing my friends succeed was so exciting.
It was also fun being in the audience and seeing everything firsthand, the talents, interviews, and even seeing the girls walking in those gorgeous gowns.
I think the dresses and the talents were phenomenal this year.
We would like to thank our loyal viewers for tuning into this edition of WJMH Reports.
We'd also like to thank WLU-TV and Xfinity for airing WJMH Reports.
We'll be back next week with more stories from around the community right here on WLU-TV and YouTube. For Emma, Angelina, and everyone here at WJMH Media, I'm Audrey Ferguson. Thanks for watching and have a great day.